Slide 2. This is lesson 2 from a series of 8 lessons focusing on inspector calls. It is for the AQA GCSE English specification for literature from September 2016 onwards. It's for specification reference 8702, paper 2. The topic is modern texts. This lesson is focusing on context, and this is 2 out of 20 in the sequence. The keywords for this lesson are context, society, egalitarian, left wing and right wing. Slide 3. The lesson objectives for this session are as follows. For levels 1 to 3, we want students to understand the social and historical context of the play. For students working at levels 4 to 6, we want them to be able to identify the playwright's purpose. For levels 7 to 9, we're looking for students to analyse and discuss the effects of social and historical context on the play. Slide 4. We now want you to think back to the last lesson. Consider the definitions that you discussed in the previous lesson. Discuss with your partner what you believe left and right wing beliefs to be. If you would like additional challenge, you need to answer the following questions. What is socialism? Where do you think it fits on the left and right wing scale? Slide 5. On the PowerPoint, you will see a series of statements. We're now going to have a class discussion and decide whether we agree or disagree with each one. Slide 6. If you said mostly yes to the statements on the previous slide, you are probably right wing. If you said mostly no, you are probably left wing. On the next slide, we will look at left and right wing politics in more detail. Slide 7. On the board, you will now see 2 yellow boxes. Let's start with the left wing box. Left wing politics believe that everyone should be treated equally. They believe that people should have some independence. They believe that all choices and ideas are open to change, and they believe in power for the workers. Right-wing politics believe that the government has the most power and final say. They believe that all people should be taxed. They believe in keeping society traditional, and they believe in power for the state. While studying an inspector calls, it is important to have an understanding of left and right wing views, as it is the backdrop to the play. As we learn more about the characters, consider what their views might be. Slide 8. We're now going to think about the playwright himself. John B. Priestley was born in 1894 and died in 1984. Task. With your partner, brainstorm for 3 minutes as many historical events as possible that could have happened during his lifetime. Slide 9. After sharing some of your ideas, let's look at what else happened. Priestley lived during the First and Second World War. He lived through the Russian Revolution. He saw the election of the first female Prime Minister in Britain. He saw the rise and importance of television and media. He saw the first moon landing and the sinking of the Titanic. Slide 10. We're now going to learn some more about the playwright. Priestley gained a lot of life experience before he became a successful writer. He left school at the age of 16 and worked as a junior clerk before serving in the army during the First World War. After the war, he did a degree at Cambridge University, which led him to work at the BBC. He believed that it was the government's job to protect the poor and to stop them from being exploited by the rich. In the yellow box, you will see one of our key words, egalitarian. This word means to believe in or based on the principle that all people are equal and deserve equal rights and opportunities. Priestley was an egalitarian. He hoped to achieve a fairer, more just society. Slide 11. Priestley wrote in his spectacles in 1944 to 1945. but it is set in 1912. It is a play with a strong sense of purpose. The main theme of the play is responsibility and how an individual relates to others in society. Priestley did not write the play simply as entertainment. As a writer, there were things he wanted to say and issues he wanted to explore. We're now going to watch a context video. As we watch the video, please make notes and justify what you think to be the most important bits of information. Slide 12. We're now going to do an independent task. One day you might be a parent. What future do you see for your country and society? What could make it a more egalitarian place for your children to live in? Write down your ideas in a short letter to yourself to be opened at the age of 30. Slide 13. We're now going to do some activities to test your learning from this lesson. Priestley was left-wing and believed that society needed to change if it was going to improve. He thought that people had become selfish and consumed by personal gain. And in spectacles is his warning to society and shows his desire for a new left-wing system of thinking. In the yellow box is your task. You need to summarise the information that I have just read out into 10 words or less. Slide 14. We are now going to create our exit tickets. In your own words, explain the following terms: society, responsibility, community, and democracy. Justify why these key terms are still important in today's society. Slide 15. This is the last activity for this lesson. You need to choose 3 sentences from the suggestions on the board to help you to reflect on what you have learned from this lesson.